Italian Luxury with Natalia. We're here in sunny Monaco and I have a special guest, Shalini. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me, Natalia. This is absolutely awesome and I like the sunny part of it. Thank God.
Thank God. And also, sunny personality brings it even better.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
So I wanted to have you on as I know you're such an amazing entrepreneurial woman and your background is very florid and has amazing context to it, especially your connection with Monaco and India.
Yes.
And all the other amazing things you do to help promote women in the environment that we're in, and also bringing people together and just doing that networking thing. So maybe you could tell us a bit more about where it all started.
You know, before I tell you that, I have to tell you a story about you, Natalia. So I met you, I think, at one of these yachting parties, and I looked at you and I said, oh my God, this woman is doing so much stuff, because you're clearly, everybody knows you and you're that person in that industry. And you were like aspirational for me. Because I said, I have to know this girl because there's some substance to her which is so intriguing, and I was really intrigued by you, honestly.
Thank you.
Look, I manifested it. I'm sitting here on your show today and you're saying good things about me, so I'm really lucky to be here. Thank you for that. My life has been actually pretty interesting, and I was always the on the ramp, a model, in the limelight kind of a person, until destiny had different plans for me and I became the behind the scenes person, promoting luxury brands, promoting people associated with that industry. And I said, where's that limelight evading me? Like, what is going on with this story? I was used to the limelight, but it was a lot of fun actually making brands, and you understand that because I know you do that for a lot of people here in Monaco, and I ended up doing that for a lot of people in India. And but there was that thing in your blood, right? When you like it and you enjoy the limelight, you don't want to let go of it. So I said, why would I not create a brand of my own? And that is where all these various things that I do came about, and I said that I will still continue to promote the luxury brands because I think collaboration makes us larger, which you also understand and I also understand. So of course I did the collaboration, but I decided to make a brand of myself, which is how I started doing shows like you. I was on television. I used to do a show which was called Shalini Says, Women on Top, on one of the reputed channels in India. I did a book with 100 women entrepreneurs, where the idea of the book and the forum that I created, which is called Women on Top, was that to bring together women entrepreneurs to grow through interdependence. Because I believe that it's a myth that women are out to get each other. I feel that we women are the ones who say, hey, love your dress and love your shoes. And it's people that created that, just because I'm saying, hey, I love your dress and I love your shoes, I'm thinking something else in my head. No, I'm not. I'm actually saying it because I feel it. So I wanted to bring together women who didn't have time to think in their head, but they wanted to actually grow through each other, which is because your networking is as good as the quality of your network. I wanted to create that quality in my network, that we women help each other and support each other, which is why and which is how Women on Top got created. So that's one of the things that I do, and that was my first book that I authored, and now I have 3 more books coming up.
Busy lady.
Yes. So, and Natalia, this I'm going to say it on camera and say it to you as well. My next book coming up is a book called One, which is being written by 22 coaches all across the world. Actually, it's a global book, and you can get everything. It's the whole mind, body, and soul wellness story, which you can get in one book, which is that one-stop shop that you're going to get. It's going to launch here in Monaco. It's launching on Amazon on the 3rd of March.
Wow.
Yes.
Ahead of Women's Day.
And I'm actually announcing it for the first time on your show.
Yeah.
So it is, I would like to believe that you would be my lucky charm.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you for giving me
for
this.
that. So you will always be in my gratitude journal from now on. I think you've always been, because you, like I said, you were aspirational. So yeah, so the book is going to release on the 3rd on Amazon, and on the 17th we're going to be launching it here in Monaco, because like I say, all the good people end up here, like you and me. So 5 of the authors from the book are from Monte Carlo, and we're all going to be launching the book together.
Excellent.
So I would like you to also cover our book launch for us, please.
Wonderful. We will be there, of course.
Thank you, Natalia. So that is one aspect of my life, which is books, and I have 2 other books coming out in India. One is called Love You Zindagi, which means Love You Life, and the other one is called find your emotional G-spot.
Ooh, I like it. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
A bit of an edgy thing
That's
going
right.
on.
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
We have now announced the Women on Top Awards,
Yes.
where we will be felicitating women entrepreneurs, which is a really big project because this is going to be awards done globally. We start with the first one in Monte Carlo for Women's Day this year in March. Very excited.
Excellent.
And Natalia will be there. I'm already announcing it because you got to put it out there to make sure you get her, because she's like a busy woman. I'm
That's
telling
true.
you. She checks her calendar before she says, okay, Jack Robinson. So, so I'm announcing it on the interview. So she has to refer back, and we'll see her on Women's Day for the awards as well. I also have a jewelry line because it's Valentine's Day, so I must mention
We all love jewelry, absolutely. Aw,
Thank you.
You always have the most amazing jewelry, like the pieces today. It looks amazing, right?
Thank you. So the idea is to get people to buy the jewelry for Valentine's Day. So all the men that have not shopped for their women, don't worry about it, women. Just come to me and just shop. Bring their credit cards. Don't worry about it.
You'll be the personal stylist and shopper for them.
And since this show is Natalia with luxury, so we have to talk some luxury. We have to have some jewelry involved in this story.
Jewelry
Yes.
and perfume. I know there's a perfume that's been named after you.
That's
as
right.
well.
Actually, there is. Oh my God, you're doing all the first on your show. I don't think anybody would want to interview me after this. But yes, there is a perfume that's coming up, and we're doing that. We're launching that in Paris, which is called the Gold of Shalini. So yeah, so it's funny, when I was growing up, I always wanted to, I kept saying it, that I've got the Midas touch, even though I don't know how real it is, and it all comes true. So today it's going to be called the Gold of Shalini, and I'm very excited about that. I'm also doing the Paris Fashion Week with my jewelry, so lots coming up and lots of action, and
You're on
and my good luck charm.
Amazing. I'll come with you. I'll be hiding with you.
Please, no.
I love the fashion shows. In fact, New York Fashion Show is happening, and I went 3 years ago, and that was the best thing I've ever done. And Paris, of course, is such a different level, and it's just got that French touch that you don't get anywhere else.
I agree.
Even Milan can go hide.
But it's true, you're right about that. So I did the Milan Fashion Week, and no doubt about it that it's something else.
Yeah.
It was the biggest high, I think, at that point in my life. I didn't know there was bigger highs coming, but that was really at that point the biggest high, and I thought I had arrived and this was it. Like, yay, yippee. But now bigger things are happening, and I think Paris is a cut above, because it's the whole vibe of the place. It almost seems like they're straight out of a movie. Everybody looks like that and behaves like that and dresses up for their show.
And we feel like actresses as well, because we're in that area.
We look like that too.
And we always do. Yes, you do.
Oh, we do.
But let's maybe go back to that fashion connection, as you were a finalist for Miss India.
Oh yes.
Goodness, that is just such an accomplishment, and your beauty is definitely recognized in that. And when was this, and how did you get to that?
So this is, of course, it's I can't believe you asked me this story, but fortunately our muscle memory is such that we remember those stories, right, from back then. And when I went for the Miss India, the lady who was the top model at that point in time was going in the same year. In fact, she went out to become the Miss World, which is Aishwarya Rai. And the Miss Universe was also from India that year, a lady called Sushmita Sen. I'm not sure if you're very well versed with this story, but yeah, in that year we got the Miss World and the Miss Universe was both gone to India, and that's the pageant I went to. Really, like, look at my competition.
Wow.
Yes, I think I want to Mrs. Monaco now because I missed the Miss India.
We can do that. Women on Top and the Miss Universe happening in Monaco.
There you go. So yes, that was a really fun experience, and I feel that what it did was that's where my dreams became reality. When you are doing shows, yes, you're out there, and I felt like I owned the ramp. But when you go out there on a global platform, and where you're representing a city at that point in time, I wish I'd made it to the Miss India, and I would have then been representing my country. But I feel I'm doing that a lot now in Monaco, and I've done a pretty decent job of taking everybody to India now.
Yes.
I think the tourism ministry should hire me as their spokesperson for that. But yeah, that was a different time, and I think that was one of the biggest things I did at that point in time, to be on that platform. And today, if I could change things, I would have gone with a different mindset.
Right.
I already went with the mindset that the top model was going to be walking the ramp at the same time as me. So who am I, right? We kind of always undersell ourselves, and I think that played into the psyche and played into the the end result as well, because I think I was pretty good, and I was Miss Congeniality, and I was quite popular, and I was all of that. But that set the stage. That set the stage. That made the dreams bigger. That made me understand luxury, because up until then my dreams were small, and I always say that she believed she could, so she did.
I love that. That's beautifully put. And then you mentioned the luxury sense here. So let's get into the big question for you, Shalini. What is luxury?
I think I asked for this one. I don't like to define luxury, because luxury for me has changed. When we are growing up, I come from a very humble background. My dad was in the Air Force, and it's very humble beginnings. And every little thing that we got, we were excited. Like, I remember my first music system or my first phone, and we were happy about those things, and those things were like truly luxury for us. But today, a telephone is a necessity. You can't call it luxury anymore. So luxury, I feel, has just changed over the years, and so I don't want to define it and take it away. But I feel that it's when you just say, okay, I don't want normal, I want special. That's luxury.
That's luxury. Lovely.
Yes.
And then, of course, because you're promoting women out here and back home.
Yes.
So if there's somebody who's doubting themselves or seeing somebody they aspire to and wanting to go that direction, what is your advice to them?
My advice to them would be, like I told you my story, if you don't believe it, you're not going to achieve it. So you will have to believe it, and you have to dream it. And I say this is actually, because I also read tarot cards. I think that's the part you don't know about. But I actually read tarot cards, and I believe that I'm kind of now connected to the universe to the extent that I'm a bit psychic. And I do feel that this is actually a really, really good time if you work hard. Saturn is in play, and he's like a planet that makes you work hard but gives you some really good stuff if you work hard. So I believe that you've got to dream it, you've got to wish it, and you've got to work for it. Because the minute you do that, there's nothing that can evade you. And you have to believe. I think we women suffer sometimes from low self-confidence, low self-esteem, and we believe that big things are not going to happen to us. But if you don't dream big, then how will the big things happen to you? I dreamt in India saying that I want to be at this yacht party. I am in Monte Carlo, at a yacht party. Does it happen to everybody? It's surreal how things happen. And I spotted her at the yacht party, and look what I am.
Here we are.
So dream big and go out and get it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And also, I think the community here in Monaco being so small and so many beautiful, amazing inside and out people, ladies, and we all sort of support each other in certain ways that we can, and that's what's nice. It's not too big that you get lost and feel lonely. For those coming into Monaco, you might think, oh well, how do you network or whatnot? But there's so many great associations and women's clubs and places that you can connect and just feel at home and welcome, right? So this is something that you're also envisaging to bring forward, right?
Totally. So I actually came here, and I want to tell you that if you think social media is amazing, I think social media in Monaco is even more amazing, because we all end up finding all these clubs and friends through social media, because people are very open to meeting people on social media. It's not like somebody's hitting on you or things like that. You're just because we've all left our countries and come here. So I call it my rich little village, which is
true. Yes.
But having said that, we all live in similar homes here. Considering it's a rich village, we all live the same lifestyle, and in similar homes, which is so humbling. I think you could have as much money tucked away in your bank account. It doesn't matter. We all live the same lifestyle. We eat in the same restaurants. We hang out with the same people, drink the same wines, which is, I think it's amazing. But I do believe that the network that Monaco has created through various clubs, whether it's the USA Monaco network or the Club Viva Nova or the Greek club, the British club, there's like various opportunities of you meeting people, and I think we've all left our homes and come here, so we've all become family to each other. So when you've got occasions and festivals and things, it's like family back home.
It's nicely put.
I think it's really, really special to have friends. Like, I have a heart-to-heart connection here with her. when I don't even meet her every day. But I know that she's a go-to. Like I was stuck trying to organize some photographers in the Cannes Festival last year, and I just could message her, and instantly there was like 3 numbers that came my way, because we're all there to help each other. Nobody is insecure, nobody is intimidated. We're all comfortable in our space, and that's what I love about all of us in Monaco.
Yes, and here we are.
Oh
my gosh.
Together stronger.
Absolutely. I think that's the key message of this interview, is that together is better and stronger, and also bringing that humbling experience from everybody together to be able to say, you know what, we all went through something, but that's the green light up there, and we've got to go for it. Green or red or whatever it is.
And you're wearing green, which is a heart color.
That's
and
the good luck
it's
color.
Valentine's Day coming up tomorrow, so it's
and
a heart
red
color.
Heads,
And
different shades.
There you go.
So I think I also wanted to ask you, sort of, because we're talking about Monaco community, what do you love the most about Monaco?
Like you said, it's really small, which made it easy to kind of just settle in. I wasn't lost in a big city. It was small, but yet you have your space, and yet you can be close to anybody that you want to. The safety of Monaco is a very big one. And no offense to anybody, but when I go to Milan, I'm always worried about where to put my wallet and how to kind of, because I've been mugged in Milan, I've been mugged in London. That kind of story doesn't really exist. I think I've left my bag and walked out of a restaurant after too much wine, and the bag's still been sitting and waiting for me and saying, hello, where are you, woman? So that is Monaco for you. It's totally safe. And the other thing that I really like about it, that it is actually a world that is created for everybody so well dressed here. So it's funny, but if you go out there, you can actually recognize the tourists, because they'll be wearing those, chilled out clothes and hanging out, and we all walk out like we are ready to go to a gala or something.
Because it usually happens the day progresses into an evening event, so you have to be ready, definitely, or know how to do your change transformation from day to evening.
So you can look and say, oh, this one's from Monaco, that one's a tourist. That's how we all dress here. So we all look good all the time. You can never catch us badly dressed, right?
Unless maybe a Sunday morning walking the dog or something. But even then. That's awesome. And your favorite shop here in Monaco in terms of fashion? Let's talk about fashion a bit.
So I was never really a Chanel person, but after I moved to Monaco, I became a very Chanel person. I think the 2 brands that I patronize a lot would be Chanel and Valentino. They're like two of my favorite brands.
I see your shoes.
Yes, shoes in the bag. But the other, there's one shop that I have a shoe fetish, and my husband wonders whether, all the shoes I buy are to beat him up, or why do I have so many shoes? Like, he doesn't even get it. Like, you don't sleep with shoes, you don't like cook with shoes. Why do you need so many shoes? But I have a shoe fetish, so you get shoes which are off season in this store, which is called Fashion Market. I find that a steal. I get so excited about it. It's like inside news about Monaco. And a friend of mine told me when I moved here, and she says, okay, if you can't buy it this year at Metropole, go to Fashion Market next year, you'll get it there. I'm like, I love it. So for the fact that Monaco is an expensive place, there are some places where you can get a deal as well.
That's great. And we like some insider tips for those who want. And fashionista Shalini is definitely the one to go for. But gosh, you always look glamorous.
Thank you.
So there's a party happening. I know I grabbed you out of a party just now, but
the party continues.
Yes, exactly. Wow, this has been fascinating, Shalini. Thank you so much, and look forward to the book launch and the awards.
Thank you.
So we'll cover that a little bit as well. And I look forward to seeing you then. And also lots of love for Valentine's Day.
Thank you, same to you. But I do want to end by saying that, this has been very special to me. All my first announcements have been made on this show. My aspirational woman is sitting next to me. And I want to tell you all that just because of this, and I've told you the story, sky is not the limit. Let's not set any limits for ourselves.
Let's go higher, beyond.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you, Shalini.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks everyone for watching this episode, a special episode with an amazing lady on Luxury with Natalia, of course, and more episodes coming very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye. The kiss.